Hey everyone, it's Michael and
Matt and Ruben
from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au. So as pretty much everyone will be aware now, Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth II has passed away.
Yeah.
And being a Commonwealth country, obviously it has an impact on us as well.
Does indeed.
So we thought we'd touch on how we think it's going to impact the coin industry. And particularly in regards to numismatic coins, bullion coins, and the coins that you spend out of your pocket.
Yeah, your fiat.
Yeah. So the everyday sort of stuff. So why don't we start with the one that probably most people are asking, which is, are we going to get new coins in my pocket and new notes with a new effigy on it?
We will.
And then what happens to the old ones? Are they still current? Can I still use them?
That is an excellent question, and it's interesting because for most of us, I would say the vast majority of us, we haven't lived through a transition between in the monarchy. So it has happened. Obviously, it has happened many times before, but we're talking about the longest reigning monarch ever.
Yeah.
Over 70 years. We just celebrated her, as we know, the Platinum Jubilee. So
it's a huge innings, just quietly.
Absolutely. So it will be a bit of a shock to some people to look into their change and see a new portrait looking back at them. But we will see a new portrait.
Has he sat for the new portrait yet?
Well, this is the interesting thing. I heard, this was purely speculative, but I heard rumours that Charles would preemptively abdicate to allow a younger monarch to take over. It's purely a theory that I had heard around the traps, but
it doesn't sound like that's what happened. What's happened, because he's actually been proclaimed King.
Oh,
George.
So it has happened.
So King George then,
King
Charles III,
going back in time.
King Charles III. So he's in. He hasn't been ceremonially sworn in.
Haven't done the coronation.
Yeah, but as far as I'm aware, he's legally now King Charles III. Yep. But. So we will, and you're right, we will absolutely have, assuming that he maintains power, and doesn't, make a last minute change or anything on those sort of lines, but we will absolutely have a currency with his effigy on the back. So again, let's attack the first part.
Yeah.
What happens to the currency with the Queen on the back? Can I still spend it?
You certainly can. It will not be demonetised. It will still continue to circulate, and I think... Well, even up until today, I imagine the Royal Australian Mint is still churning out coins at a rapid rate. So we will still see new coins dated 2022 with the Queen's portrait on it. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, we actually will see 2023 coins with the Queen's portrait, I would imagine. That's what happened with George the VI. We still saw coins entering circulation the year after his passing. So... As you can imagine, it's a lengthy process, Yeah,
well, obviously I don't have any secret ties into the into the royal family, so I'm speaking speculative here. But the assumption is that the effigy hasn't even been sat for yet.
Yes, I would imagine so. Yeah.
So there's all that, but there's also, particularly these days, you actually have to apply for the right to use the effigy.
Yeah.
So none of that will have been put in place yet. So that will take months and months and months. So I totally agree. I don't think we'll see... I think we might see the occasional commemorative note or coin for King Charles III, but I actually don't think we'll see any number of them coming through until at least, kind of mid next year.
Yep. Well, we've also got to allow for what I can only imagine is going to be an astronomical period of commemorative coins.
Oh, yeah.
I think every private mint, every coin company on the planet they're enacting the plan that would have been sitting there for just this event to just start churning out. And without being financial advice, my suggestion would be try not to get caught up in the hype, because I imagine we are about to enter a crazy period of limited edition, you name it.
Dinner plates, there will be spoons.
You name it. There's going to be commemorative things that are being, people are claiming will be super limited edition and very collectible, but...
One in every 10,000 of them will actually be collectible.
Yep. absolutely.
The other thing to consider is pre-existing series and things like that. Michael and I spoke this morning about things like the Lunar series out of Perth Mint that are still quite early on in their, they're quite larger series. So, what's going to happen to things like that? Because you're not just then talking a few months later, we're still producing coins with the Queen on them potentially. You're talking then years and years down the track to still have her on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I want to cover the Lunar because I think that's important, but drag back to the actual currency at the moment. Do you anticipate a RAM actually having to ramp up their production of just normal 5s, 10s, 50s, 20s, 50s, $1 and $2 coins, ramp up their production because people are going to start sticking them in their sock drawers?
I think that will have begun. That will start right now. So I don't know if they'll need to increase production because you'll also see people going back. Already, I was chatting with a coin dealer this morning that said that the 2013 Coronation coloured $2 coin has just gone ballistic with this news. But I think things like that, once again, purely speculative, it'll be a blip on the radar. We're going to enter a bit of a mania phase of collecting. And I would try to avoid getting sucked into the hype and paying huge prices for certain things. Unless you were already interested and you wanted that as part of your collection, like a Royal Arms 10 ounce silver or something like that.
But I agree, but I think that ordinary people will start putting their, they'll get a new 20-cent piece in their change.
Yeah, yep.
That'll go in the sock drawer. So I think we're going to see this, ramping. RAM is going to have to, so the Royal Australian Mint is going to have to increase their anticipated numbers for coins, just circulation coins. Yeah, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see the fallout. So that's the currency. So that's the spending side of it. Let's look at the numismatic side for a while. We've already touched on it. In fact, we've already kind of floated past the please don't join the hype situation, and there absolutely will be. Every country, every mint, even I reckon a lot of the, I'm casting stones here and I shouldn't, but it wouldn't shock me if the US Mint didn't come out with something, even though they are not, part of the Commonwealth or anything along those sort of lines.
Absolutely.
Because they will join the bandwagon.
Yep.
So I think we'll see one of everything.
Yep. And I think, like you said, it'll be one or two in the whole array will have a bit of staying power in terms of collectability and longevity. But I guess it's to be expected. The demand will certainly be there in the first instance, but time will tell, as it always does with the collectibles industry.
Best guess. What do you think? What do you think will be a good one to get hold of? We're probably talking ones that are already out there.
Ones that are already out there. There was a dollar coin 2019. They did the new effigy. So they did both.
Oh, that's right.
Both portraits, the Jodie Clark and the Ian Rank Broadley on both. So it was like a double obverse coin. So I think that is one that will most likely go up in time because that was a pretty significant turning point. A lot of people were under the impression, understandably, that the Jodie Clark would represent the final portrait of Elizabeth. So that transition was quite
first and last type thing.
Yeah, that was quite a big deal. So there are a few coins like that I think, just my opinion, will be pretty collectible in the future.
What about current sets or recent sets?
That's a good question. Well, the current mint set is the theme of it. The Royal Australian Mint set is for the frontline workers. Yeah. So
I think they'll bring out a 23 that will actually be celebration of.
It'll be a fond farewell or something, a celebration of her life, and so things like that I think they'll be nice. Hopefully they do it in
as long as they do it properly. I think that one. I think that one will be a good one to get.
Yeah. Oh, and the effigies over time set. Actually, that's going to go ballistic. Yeah. That has each portrait. Of each of the designers.
I think it was
six in
was
total.
It? Yeah, 6.
Jodie Clark was the 6th. Yeah. So, look out. We're going to get on we need to stay on task. You get me down a rabbit hole, Michael.
And this is a very big rabbit hole.
Yeah, it is.
One of the series, like moving it towards more a bullion side, one of the series I think that's going to be good, and unfortunately we've sold out of them, but one of the things is the Royal Beasts. I think that will be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's got potential going up.
Yep, would not surprise me at all.
Don't know about the Tudor Beasts. That one I'm a bit on the fence. And this also leads into the Lunar, where what do you reckon they're going to do midstream? So the Tudor Beasts, the Lunar coin that Perth Mint produce, those types of things. Do you think they will stay with the Queen's effigy all the way through? Because the Lunars have got another... We're only third coin in, about to release the fourth coin.
Yeah, with the rabbit, yeah.
So we've still got 9 coins, including the rabbit, to come out. So we've still got another 8 to 9 years to run.
I think they'll change it. I think they'll change it.
You reckon?
Surely they would. 6 or 7 years after the fact, to still be producing that same effigy. I think they... I haven't looked into the how the currency determinations work and things like that.
As far as I understand, there is no legal requirement to change it within a certain period of time.
Okay.
So they theoretically, my understanding is, and again, this is not monarchist legal advice.
Yeah.
There is no legal precedence that I'm aware of or legal argument that says it must be, you must move to the new monarch within 18 months or something like that.
Well, because I'm sure there are there would have been sets produced, like lunar sets, where we've changed portraits. The portrait was updated in the middle of a set. So conceivably that it's no different. It's an update. Obviously, it's a different portrait altogether. But wait and see. I think that'll be an interesting one.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I think they'll change it. Yeah. I think the rabbit will run with Queen Elizabeth. Yeah. And then assuming that the currencies have moved towards King Charles, by the time they start looking at the release of what's after the rabbit.
I knew you were going to say that. I was going to say snake.
I'll have to look this one up.
I'll put it up on screen.
I have a feeling it's this. No, I'm not even going to go there. So when they look at the release of the next one, it wouldn't shock me if that one comes out with King Charles.
Yep. I think so. I would expect as much.
Yeah. But if that one doesn't, because of whatever, then I'd certainly think that the one after that, so the one that we start selling in 2023 for the 24 release, which will be the Dragon, I would fully expect that one to be King Charles.
Yep. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
this could be the ultimate series because it stretches both monarchs.
Yeah.
And if in the incredibly unlikely circumstance that King Charles abdicates, passes away, anything along those sort of lines, and we're all playing theories here.
Yeah.
But then we get King William, then you may get 3 monarchs within that one series, and I think that will be the ultimate.
Yeah.
Not wishing anything upon anyone.
Oh yeah.
Please do not take that out of context.
That'd be interesting. You could just have that as a set and just display all your obverses. You don't even need the main design.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next kind of decade.
Absolutely.
How that all plays out.
Yeah. Oh, very interesting. This has been one of the more fascinating chats we've had in recent times.
I think we always have fascinating chats.
Well, yeah, but they're not always recorded.
So that's our opinion. We could be completely barking up the wrong tree. You need to remember that. But one thing I do want to emphasise, and Matt's touched on it a couple of times, is the fact that there is going to be a lot of hype over the next 12 months, particularly the next few months. But the next 12 months is going to be a lot of hype, and there will be everything brought out from the celebratory dinner plate through to the spoon, through to the car, through to you name it. It's going to be there. Don't get caught up in the hype. Pick the few areas that you love, that you like, so you want to add that flavour to your stack because of other than financial pleasure reasons. If you think there's a particular one, like I said, I actually think the Tudor Beast could be one that could be a good one, and the dollar coin you mentioned, in fact, the 2 series, the effigy series, I think are also quite good ones to get hold of. But again, you don't do it because you purely think it's going to get financial, like you're going to make your money financially. I think that there's going to be, 5 years' time, we're going to look back and go,
yep. Yeah, effectively, yeah. It's a fascinating time at the very least, and I always say that.
Yeah.
But this in particular is a very historic event. So
absolutely. It's
a very interesting time to be in the industry.
That's it for now. If you're after any of your bullion needs, obviously bullionnow.com.au. Numismatic side, we direct people to our sister company, which is littlecoinshop.com.au. And you can give us a call, 1300 84 84 10, and we can give further help there. You want to add anything?
No, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No, that's it.
That's it for now. We'll talk again soon. See ya.
See ya.